Hello and welcome back to more Let's Play Shadowgate. In the previous episode, we kind of started the game. Basically, we're this mighty warrior, and we've entered this castle called Shadowgate to deal with the evil warlock lord who's trying to summon a behemoth to destroy the world. Alright, and yeah, basically we went through some rooms, killed a wraith, and now we're here in the Dragon's Den. Fear grips you as you enter this hot room. If we look down the corridor, all you can see are two eyes in the darkness. They seem to be watching every move you make. Well, we've not really moved yet. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to grab the shield. The shield is in hand, because every single time you do anything in this room, he will shoot fire at you. You raise your shield just in time to block the dragon flame. Now, what else we want to grab here is we want to grab the hammer. The hammer is in hand. He's going to shoot his flames at us. You cannot grab every item in this room. Eventually your shield will actually melt and you will die. Again, flame spews forth. You use the shield for protection. It's getting hot, so you don't know how much longer you can stand it. And last of all, we want to grab the spear, because I don't think we can actually grab the torch without our shield melting. Again, you use the shield for protection. It's getting hot, you don't... Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. We're just going to go ahead and leave. That's all you really need in here anyway. The room stinks of rotten meat. We're going to go ahead and close that door. I don't really trust it. Let's go ahead and just, yeah, shut that. And we'll be back here later. Yeah, we don't actually get to slay the dragon, but hey. Hey-oh. Let's move this way. And we see a skeleton in the middle of a really realistic-looking lake. A shark swims by as if patrolling this calm pool. Okay, if we look, a lime-covered skeleton stares at you through eyeless sockets. And you'll notice that he is holding a key. It's a small brass key. The water of this subterranean lake are as still as a corpse. Alright. Well, we can't actually go get that key because, as you heard, there's a shark in there, so we're going to move along. Water cascades over a subterranean cliff into a cool, clean stream. Now, as you'll notice, there's a rock wall here and a door behind it. However, you don't get a good look at that door, nor do we ever go through it. What we're going to do is take these stones here. You only really need one, but I always grab like two, just in case. And what you'll quickly notice here is, off the map of the bottom left corner, the move map, there's a like hole here behind the waterfall. Click it, and you go behind the waterfall. The walls in this room are much too close for comfort. The damp walls of this eerie cavern are rough and irregular. Now what you'll quickly notice is, out of the blue, there's the stone. Look at it, the rock is quite loose. Well, we can't exactly move it, but we can definitely hit it, and that might work. You hit the rock as hard as you can. Kapow! The loose rock falls down as if hinged to the wall. And you'll see a bag. We're gonna go ahead and take it. Bag 1 was taken. Now, I'm actually not sure how well I'm gonna do torch-wise in this, just because of the fact that... Yeah, I'm gonna open a torch. I've never really spent the time to talk through all this, so my torches might go down a little bit quicker than I'm used to, or it will seem like that, just because I've never really spent the time to speak out all the different words and crap. Alright, so now what we're going to want to do is, we're going to go to the left, and in here we're going to go ahead and open those bags that we got earlier. So, there's bag 2. The bag 2 is open. And there's copper coins. We're going to go ahead and take those. All of them. Even though you only need one. Alright. And now we're going to find... Where's bag 1? There it is. So go ahead and open bag 1. The bag contains 3 large jewels. The white gem, the red gem, and the blue gem. We're gonna go ahead and take them. All 3 of them. And in this room specifically, those gems are used to actually do things. And they're used to be placed in these hexagonal places. So we're gonna go ahead and use the white gem in here, because none of the other gems do anything in here. So we're gonna find the white gem, and go ahead and place it in that hole. The gem fits perfectly in the hole. A small crystal sphere magically appears on the stand. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the sphere. If you look at the sphere, the crystal sphere is as cold as ice. Keep that in mind, and then we're gonna head back to the cavern. If it's as cold as ice, then it stands to reason that if it touched water, it would freeze it. You drop the sphere into a lake and notice the ripples disappear and the waters turn into ice. Alright, give me a moment here. Knock up my door. Alright, I actually might need a couple minutes here in a little bit. Dinner's about ready. Alright, I think I read that. And yeah, the lake freezes. So, we're gonna go ahead and now take that key. The key 3 is in hand. And what was rather confusing to me is, I didn't quite understand this, but you actually have to take your torch and use it on the lake to unfreeze it. How a singletary torch can unfreeze a lake is beyond me, but completely unfreezes it, and the torch melts away the ice over the sphere, allowing it to float to the surface. Not surprisingly, the lake quickly refreezes. However, now that it's at the surface, we can go ahead and take the sphere back. This is important for later. Now then, with nothing else better to do, we're going to go ahead and head up here, and into here. This room full of mirrors around it, yep. And we're actually going to drop down into here now. Back down here. Because if you remember, right, there's this room back here that had that impression in it, just like the white gem. So what we're going to do is use the blue gem. I can't take something I already have. We're going to use the blue gem on that impression in the floor. As soon as you place the blue gem in the hole, you hear the sound of grinding stone. The wall slowly raises to reveal a magical image of an old wizard. Listen, warrior. The Warlock Lord can only be defeated by thy courage and the Staff of Ages. Well, we heard something about that in Scroll 1. Remember, 5 to find, 3 for the staff, 1 to be the key, and 1 to be thy pathway. Have thy wit about thee, warrior. Fare thee well. The wall slides back into place, hiding the image from your sight. A scroll appears. Let's go ahead and take that scroll. Take it. Good boy. Now we're going to go ahead and open it and read what it has to say. Scroll 2 is open. You've read the scroll. The scroll reads, As the shadow of the wind thou shalt be. Humana. You've learned 1 magic spell. As thy spell was chanted, the scroll too quickly vanished. Alright, and it said we are going to be the shadow of the wind, so technically invisible. In a way. You're gonna want to have grabbed that right now versus any time later, especially past this bit. Alright, so back in the dragon's room, we actually got a hammer, which we can use now to smash these windows in. Now then, if you do any of the ones on the side, you'll die. There's actually portals into, like, outer space or to hell or something. Bellowing like some Norse god, you smash the hammer into the mirror. You shatter the mirror, revealing an iron door. Oh yeah, if you want to find, like, all the different deaths that I've been talking about, there's a compilation video, I think they're called, of all the deaths in this game, somewhere else on YouTube, and I might actually post a link to that in the description. But yeah, they can be some pretty funny deaths. Sadly, I already know what to do, so I know not to do that. Are you guys kidding? This is blind, clearly. I've just been able to figure out everything. Alright, what we're going to want to do here is we're going to use key 3 on the door. So, use key 3 on the door. Click, the key worked. It unlocked the door. And we're going to go ahead and move inside, right? Holy hell, there's fire! This room is incredibly hot. This must be what the lower levels of Gehenna are like. So Gehenna must be a very hot place. It might be hell for some other, language. I don't know. The heat is unbearable and you have to turn back. Well, that's interesting, but basically all you really need to do here is you need to use... where is it at? You need to use that cloak on yourself. You try on the cloak and find it very unbecoming. It barely fits over your armor. Basically what that cloak does, though, is it cools you down. It's so hot you begin to sweat profusely. Alright, but now we can actually be in here, so let's go ahead and open the door. The door is open. Suddenly you feel a gust of wind. A searing blast of heat knocks you across the room. And as you will see, there's a monster here. A flaming horror appears at the end of the bridge. Now, to actually deal with this, that sphere was, well, cold as ice. Usually ice would melt in such a room, but apparently it's colder than ice. So we're going to take the sphere and drop it into the fire. You hurl the sphere into the fire below you. The hell-spawned flames quickly vanish as soon as the sphere touches them. With nothing to feed itself on, the fire drake immediately follows suit. And so that's another battle easily avoided. Alternatively, before you open the door, you could easily just throw the sphere back down in there, and he would already be dead, so you could just open the door. A sharp, cold wind whips up the ledge of the deep, dark chasm. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to move, and we're going to move ahead. What? As you step on the bridge, a troll appears and says, This bridge is mine. It'll cost you a gold coin to cross. Now then, we have some copper coins. However, if we were to give them to him, such as use the copper coin on his hand, the troll says that the toll has been raised to 2 gold coins. If you give him 2, he'll kill you. Because he'll say you gave him fake coins. They're not gold, they're copper. And then it'll, like, break your bones or something. What we want to do is use the spear on him. If you use the spear on him, he'll fall to the silent into the dark cavern. You listen, but you do not hear him crash. That's a hint that he did not die. Alternatively, well, actually, not alternatively, just later on, you can use the spell Humana to actually get through here just in case you forgot something all the way back here. So now we can cross. The moon casts a brilliant shadow over the grounds of the courtyard. Sweet. What we see here is a goblin holding an axe, it would appear. The Cyclops stands before you, ready for battle. What you're going to want to do is, first of all, I want to go ahead and use my torch. We're down to 7. And we're going to use one of those rocks that we found, or the stones, on the sling. You've put the small stone in the sling, and then we're going to use the sling, wherever it just went to. We're going to use the sling on the Cyclops. As soon as you start twirling the sling, a magical influence takes over your body. You cry out, "Death to the Philistine," and release the stone, Bullseye. And it knocks him out. Hint, knocks him out. You can almost see stars revolving around the Cyclops' head. He is down, but not out. What you also want to do is take the sword that we got in the same room as the sling, and then, drive it through his body. You drive the sword deep into the Cyclops, blood pours out the wound and onto the grass. Basically, now he's dead. If you had tried to go on, you would have died, because he would have stood up. Now what we're going to use, also, is this crank here. The The crank turns rather easily. At the end of the rope, there's a small bucket. We're going to go ahead and open the bucket, because you can do that. The bucket is open. Now we're going to take the gauntlet. Take the gauntlet, not open the gauntlet. Gauntlet is hand, and then we're going to go ahead and use that gauntlet on ourselves to go ahead and put those on. Come on. This is important for later. You have to do this right now, or it's at least good to use it right now. You place the gauntlet on your hand, it feels like it was made just for you. And then we're going to open the door and continue on. The door's open. Let's go. That's actually a quote from the Star Wars Phantom Menace for PlayStation 1. It's a long, drafty hallway with one flight of stairs and several open passages. Now, what's funny about this hallway, and actually several of the rooms, is if you go ahead and use a torch on the ground, the rug quickly catches on fire and burns away. And it gets rid of the rug. And that will happen in actually several of the rooms. I just found it kind of funny. Torches in hand. And what we're going to do is go ahead and move into the first room we see. You stand in a small library. Alright, and what we're going to do here in this library is we're going to take this map. The map is in hand. That's for later on. And we're going to go ahead and grab the skull as well. Even though this looks like a skull impression, that's actually the same thing as, well, the blue and white gem. So, what we're going to do is, if I can find the gem... Where's the red gem? Oh, there it is. We're going to use the red gem on here, and it will open up a secret passageway. The bookcase slowly slides away, revealing a hidden passage. We're not going to go back there right now, however, because we're going to open this drawer. The desk is open. And we're going to take everything inside. Scroll 3, scroll 4, and key 5, and the glasses. 5, and the glasses. Now what we're going to also do is go ahead and open this book. The book is open. You can't read the strange writing in the book. However, if we use the glasses that we just found on ourselves, wherever they may be, use the glasses, and this warrior is going to put glasses on himself. You try the glasses on and they fit perfectly. You can see very well. Well, apparently they also allow us to read, you know, different languages. The book is opened. The book is open. Okay, look at the book then. Wow, with these glasses you can understand and read what you could not before. The light grows faint, the path winds round, where life is lost, wisdom is found. The seed of the dream, for the evil is free, where the sword is hung, he must place the key. A bridge to from, amidst burning death, a demon to guard. Morty riseth. Matari riseth. You've learned one magic spell, that's used for later. Just remember, demon guards the bridge or something like that. And it's not talking about like the troll guarding the bridge back there. It's something we have not seen yet. As the spell was chanted, the book quickly vanished. Now then, we also get two other things here. We got scroll 3 and scroll 4. The scroll 3 is open. Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. Oh my gosh, it's a scroll. We've got to open it. Lands under the heavens, the key to the world. Terra Tarak. And we get another spell. Scroll 3 vanishes. The scroll 4 is open. You read the scroll. I move to the sun from far to near. Lights is what the darkness fears. Instanium Illumina. You've learned one more magic spell. That's all that we really got in here, though. Besides for key 5, which is used later. Now we're going to go ahead and head into this room back here. This room is dominated by a large fireplace set in a red brick wall. What we'll quickly notice is that there is a, well, poker here. And a goblet. Or cup. Bellows. This is a bunch of random crap that you don't actually need. Finally, we can use the torch on the fire in here. You torch the firewood. The fire starts burning, adding warmth to the room. And what we'll quickly see here is a globe mounted. It is a globe mounted on a stand for display. It shows all the known lands. Looking closely, you can see a seam along the equator. A seam. So that means we can open it, right? It won't open. What we actually need to do is use one of those spells that we actually just got. Talking about the Earth. And actually, it's been 20 minutes, and it's time for dinner. So, we're going to go ahead and use that next time, and see what it does. So, see you all then.